Previously on the season.
Do not speak back to the referee under any circumstance.
Yeah, it's full time. That's 70 errors, eh?
He hasn't called it. Still 2 to go. 7 to win. Mate, don't take those odds.
Nudgee boys can sing, but they're lazy singers.
Nudgee, war cry, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've forgotten it. Just wait. Sorry. Nudgee.
Nudgee, Bishwang, what?
So put on the spot. Yeah. No. Oh, no, I can't.
Hockatigga, wish, bang, bot.
Ingo, buddy, give it to them hot. Pull the boot, tackle hard, true.
Nudgee, blue, light, blue.
Yeah, Ingo, yeah.
Ska.
Ingo, Toro, Bosca. Ingo, Papago, Terowara, Wapago.
Yeah, Bosca.
A lot of boys tend to not really know the words as such. That matters to a point, but it's more about getting the boys, to unify together. It's one of the mysteries of Nudgee College. No one's really sure of the clarification, translation or origins of the Nudgee war cry.
A celebration war cry is far from the mouths and minds of any Nudgee student watching the round 7 game against Churchy.
They're certainly a team that's going to hang in there for long periods of time when they don't have the ball, and when they have the ball they're going to generate possession for long periods of time. So from our perspective, I felt that in that particular game, if we could be patient and wait until we got the mismatches on the field that we're after in terms of getting our better ball runners with the ball, then those sort of scenarios were going to be good for us.
Nudgee continued to bleed yellow cards, disabling any team cohesion on the pitch. The drums are beating loudly for consistency, and with Churchy and Southport in direct line of sight, this needs to be rectified if a 41st premiership is to be achieved. From the supporters section of the stand, one voice amongst many is lending vocal encouragement to the team.
Go bully! Go bully! He's in. Well, whatever they were told at half time. We come from Perth, my husband and I, to support Rashan and all the Nudgee teams. So we usually come in midnight Friday, and then we'll come here at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we stay and hope to be one of the last ones to leave.
It's a long trip for Mum and Dad to come, and I guess having them here and seeing them while I'm playing, it means a lot to me. Like, they're making the effort to come and support me even while I'm over in Queensland. I guess in the first instance is to support Rashan. Rugby means a lot to him. Rugby is also definitely a family affair. It's what we do, it's what we watch, it's what we talk about. Dad grew up playing rugby. Mum wants to give me feedback, so Mum actually decided to play as well while I was playing. Yeah, they're definitely my two, I guess, biggest critics, I should say. Very honest of me. What I did good and what I did bad. Well, I tell him after the game what went wrong, and he says, I didn't do that. And I say, yeah, you did watch the video. And more than not, he'd say, yeah, you're right, I did do that. But I don't have to tell him anymore because he's in a great place now, and I think Scott and he's doing a good job. He's taken my place in telling him. Come on, Sean. Yes.
His strength is definitely his understanding of the game. That's not the greatest, Rashaan. And his ability to see what's going on and make a decision on what should happen next and communicate that. Go Jungala! Come on! Woo! All the way! For us, Nudgee has been a very welcoming place. When Rashaan and I visited for the first time, he said immediately,
I wanted to be here, so I made that big decision, and now I'm here. Thank you. What do you got next?
He's a really great kid and I'm really, really proud of him. It's not always very easy being so far away.
I'm in your HP.
I'm sure he misses home as well, but he's given it such a good crack, not just the rugby, in the classroom as well, and I'm so proud of how he's so committed and his attitude.
What should we do first, this one? The little one or the big one?
I'm just really proud he's a Nudgee boy now, and I'm proud that he is proud of that himself. He's on his feet and he's got it. Thank you. Oh, it's about bloody time, is it? Up boys, nice take. Nice, go with him! Nice.
As Nudgee start to control the game with some fluid, expansive play, the match officials step in to act on an off-the-ball incident.
Previous ruck back here.
Yep.
I've got white 2.
Yep.
Throw in a punch.
Rightio. Was it a clear punch?
Yeah, it was a clear punch.
Rightio, so you got a clear punch. So it's going to have to be a red card and penalty back there?
Yes.
Rightio, so whereabouts the mark?
When I saw the incident on the field, you know, I didn't think there was too much in that incident. You know, I was a bit surprised that there was a report about it.
Captain and number 2.
He's going to the pocket.
It's a red card.
Red.
When the referee said it was a red card, my heart dropped because at that point I knew that next week was TSS.
Here, clear punch, call by AR, mate. I didn't see it, call for the AR.
We didn't have to worry too much about immediately what the effect was going to have on the team in the Churchy game, but we had to sort of start to think forward about, you know, who was going to play and replace Tom against Southport.
Oh, I'd bring him back to advantage now. Oh, come on, give it a rest. Seriously. Well done. Take a picture, please.
The undefeated season continues. And soon the playmaker becomes son, the supporters become parents.
You right?
Yeah. Dre's knee went into it.
Oh, I can see it now.
And a mother reminds her son that kicking tees are expensive.
Can you please find your kicking tee? Because I'm not buying anymore. Oh, he's finding his kicking tee. Are we staying around for a little while? What are you doing now?
Well, I've got to go to the thing and then
Your thing and your thing?
my dinner and my...
Oh yeah, we'll see you in the hall, yeah? Hey, proud of you, well done. All the boys.
But not every player is content with the victory.
It feels like I robbed the boys a little bit from me being a bit selfish. Looking back at the footage, I don't think it should have been a red card, but I think that's just the name of the game now. It's like what the referee sees is generally what the call is, and once the red card's been given, it can't be taken back.
Nudgee has a proud rugby tradition, and those who pull on the blue and white have a responsibility to the sport and to the school.
126 years we've been looking after boys as a Catholic school in the Edmund Rice tradition. Our charter as a school is to make sure that those boys get the best opportunities, but also they become what we call signum fidei. It means that they will become signs of faith.
We call it Nudgee spirit, which is expressed in a whole range of ways, animated on a Saturday in a grandstand on Ross Oval, where a young man gets to sense something bigger than himself. Their voices bellow out, but it's followed also by an echo that comes back to them off the buildings on the far side of Ross Oval. In my mind, those voices that come back to them are those who went before them, their 10,000 brothers.
Welcome to Nudgee College. It's fitting that we start here, in the Rose Garden. Behind me, you see the Tracy building. Brother Tracy started Nudgee College, founding the school in 1891. You've come into the regular Thursday lunchtime here at Nudgee. On my right, you have Ryan Hall, and on your left, you've got the Borders Dining Hall. As you can see, we're entering the main hub of the school. And on the left, here, you've got the Jewick building, where boys have been having classes for over 100 years. If you look over onto Wilkes Oval, that's where boys play games of touch. And here, you've come to the DJ Hanley Learning Centre, one of the newest buildings here at the school. This is where our library and a lot of the Year 7 classes are. A piece of history, we've got the clock here that's been at Nudgee College for a long time. As we step over the iconic white picket fence that surrounds Ross Oval, we're here walking on sacred ground. Only the seniors of the school have been allowed to walk on this oval, and old boys treasure their moments playing on this field.
This is where I work, so Brian Boarding House, so we've got grades 5 to 9. Each dorm essentially has the same thing, so kitchen on each level. Kitchen with its own fridge, toaster, microwave, a common room where the boys can meet. We're lucky enough to have a bit of a basketball, a bit of ping pong, PlayStation. Across the levels, there's boys from different areas around, so we've got a few PNG boys, Melbourne, Bribie Island, Solomon Island, Papua New Guinea, rural Queensland, right up to the tip of the Cape. We've got a couple of first 15 players in this dorm, might be up in here studying. Got a pretty hectic schedule in regards to his academic, so pretty busy.
Hey, so as you can see, we're down at the pool. We have one of the best swimming programs in the GPS. Welcome to my house. This is the gym. Anybody that's want to get big like me, this is where you spend most of your time to get, all them gains, everything here that you need to get big, to bulk up for rugby season, rowing season, whatever you need it for. So we've come to the end of our... as you can see, we're on the track here, which is blue and white, just like Nudgee colours. I'll always hold Nudgee close to my heart. It has a special place because it's built me and shaped me to who I am today.
It is the day before the Round 8 clash with the Southport school. Brendan Bell will replace Tom Ford, whose red card sidelines him for a week.
Ready, squeeze in now.
As the team goes about their captain's run, the focus is sharp. TSS remain the greatest threat to Nudgee's undefeated season.
What are we going to try and limit them to?
21. I've got a pretty big boot.
I know, I'm just saying.
What's this? Kicking.
You're not going to kick for us.
So we talked before, we went out to do the walkthrough about Elton Flatley. So for those people who weren't here when we were talking, Elton played 4 years in the first 15 and he's the last guy to have done it and no one else will be able to do it. So he arrived in 1992 and just went straight in the first 15 in grade 9 and played centre. Mr Scottney played against him at school in 92 and I talked to him on the way down the gym about him. He said he was just tough, both physically tough and mentally tough. He was only a little guy.
This is a big game against TSS and big games, I think you try and make it, simple. So it's just doing your role the best you've ever done it all year and just keep it simple. Your first run, your first tackle. I know how hard that you guys have worked and all the effort that you've put in to your season. Look forward to seeing you there on Saturday. Cheers, guys, and good luck.
GA has a reputation for his sense of humour and will do anything to elicit a laugh from his charges.
Bully asked me last night if I knew any jokes, and I went home and I thought I was too slow, Bully. So 2 NRL coaches said the same thing at the same time. Maguire and Nathan Brown both said to their teams that trained this week the same thing. They said, can you just go out and stand in your normal positions? And both the teams went and stood on the goalpost waiting for a conversion. I got more, Bully. There's more there.
It's the biggest game in town, but not everybody will be there.
I said to Louise, what are you doing today? She said, I might go to the movies. I said, you can watch it on live stream. She's gone, don't be ridiculous, as if I could watch it on live stream. So I think her friends are coming down to watch.
So Louise isn't coming down the coast?
No. What do you call a Newcastle Knights supporter who's walking around with a bottle of champagne after a game? Waiter. Let's go.
We were expecting the hardest game of the year from the point of view is that they were in a similar situation to us, although, you know, that they had to beat us to join us at the top of the table.
It was our grand final for us, really. To be honest, even in the middle of the season, we were all ready for it. We were all pretty nervous. I mean, the coaches helped us a lot, but we couldn't hide the fact that it was a pretty high-risk game for us.
Well, though, obviously, we knew that coming into the week and throughout the week that they were going to be the hardest thing we've played all year. I knew it was going to be a cracker of a game. You know, we were in form going into the game and we knew how good they were.
The comforts of a home changing room are always underestimated until you travel away. Team manager Popo spins a positive out of a tight situation.
The infrastructure at TSS to me is fantastic. I love playing there. It's a great footy field. The sheds are tiny and compact, but I reckon the closer you are to the bloke beside you, the better you're generally going to go.
GA, how are you? Yeah, good. Yourself? I'm well. So, Sean, if you just say a couple of words and I'll get you to shake everyone's hand, then Scott and I'll just have our normal team meeting. We'll go from there. That's good.
Thanks for having me, boys. It's a pleasure to be able to come in and talk to you. This is going to be a game that a lot of you are going to remember for a long time. I still remember some of the big games that I played back when I was in your position. You just got to go out there and just stay connected, and if all of you do your individual jobs properly, that's just going to benefit the whole team. So just go out there, work together and just have a real good crack and you'll get away with the win. There's a reason you're undefeated this season, so just carry that out there again, stay with each other and just go hard. You'll get the win, boys, and I'm backing you 100%, so have a good crack, eh?
Thank you, Sean. Phoenix, captain, and Jarrett. Brendan.
While a famous old boy greets the brawn, Popo is testing the brains.
Right, how do you spell Phoenix?
F-O-E.
Correct, correct.
N-I-X.
Right, who wants to have a crack at Rajan?
R-E-E.
Are you cheating?
No, okay. R-E-E-S-J-S-A-N.
Correct. All right, Pasatoa.
P-A-S-I-T-O-A.
And last but most definitely not least, Jungala. Bennett with the 1T. All right, we're ready to rock and roll.
The equation is simple. TSS need to inflict defeat on Nudgee to share the top spot on the table, with a game in hand for both teams. But the boys in blue and white have their undefeated status to protect and have no intention on sharing anything.
All we've got to do is 15 people have to play at their best or a touch better, and we're in. Nothing more than that. Nothing superstar spectacular. But we're going to play and dig as deep as we've ever dug and make sure we come off, we've got no regret.
As anticipated, the game starts at breakneck speed in front of the home crowd.
We were expecting a quality backline. I think they had four boys in the Australian Schoolboys setup, so we knew they'd be strong in the backline. Really good kicking number 10. And then in terms of their forward pack, we knew that they were going to be big guys, well drilled.
Nice break, go!
They were sharp, you know, all good ball players, good ball runners. They're very, very good as a team.
Gas him, Shep! Gas him, Shep! Go, Shep! Go, Shep! Got it!
Yes!
Mate, that is a good try.
So that you can go back to back on them. Let's hope today's one of those days.
Despite taking the lead, it becomes obvious from the first scrum that the Southport forwards are going to be difficult to contain.
When you go on next, just tell Phoenix 2 and Belly to make sure that that feed is really, you know, in our side and it's a quick ball.
See again, we're standing.
That's all right, that's all right, that's all right. It's got to get in out and out quicker than that. How long to go?
5.5.
5.5. Righto.
From the sidelines, the time ticks by quickly. On the field, it's just enough to allow Nudgee to retake the lead.
Oh, yes! Go! Go! Yes!
What's the score? It was 12-8 up before that one.
Hey?
12-8, but now it's
18-8.
No.
We're 8.
We're 8, and we scored 5, 14, 12.
That was harder.
Yeah. Really, really good defence, and they look rattled. Like they've a lot of ball go down, there's been little fumbles and knock-ons. You've got to keep that same pressure on, and the one-on-one tackling has been really, really good. But we've got to be tough, and we've got to be as tough as we've ever been in our life for 35 minutes.
Straight after half-time, the visitors are given a fortuitous advantage, and it allows Nudgee to take a 10-point lead. But is it enough to keep Southport at bay? Next time on the season.
We only have one son, and making sacrifices, and so be it. You know, that's what you do as parents. You'll get one kick. You should get the footy one more time.
Yeah.
Well, it was definitely the toughest game I've ever played.
When are we safe? Like, are we safe here? When are we safe, Pop?
Oh, kick to him, for goodness sake.
For information on a campus tour, rugby clinic or open day, go to nudgee.com.